guys, welcome to the Bloody Ghost Show, an extension of the Bloody Ghost YouTube channel. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Matt, and today we're talking about zombies. All sorts of zombies. How we even got to this point where we're at The Walking Dead, and all sorts of fun running zombies and crazy flying dog zombies and all sorts of stuff. So there's pretty much a zombie for every category, so we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, a zombie for every category. And zombies are like the most popular thing on TV now anyways. They blew up.
Yeah, so, like ridiculously, like almost like oversaturated to a point, but still entertaining.
Not oversaturated for me though. I do love zombies.
Oh yeah, no, I mean the movement is going strong still. Everybody is still zombie hungry, pun intended.
Okay, so let's start off with the history of zombies.
Yeah, I mean, my man Mike brought it to my attention earlier today that, back there on the audio, he brought to our attention that Jesus may be the first real zombie ever recorded.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Or would we consider Lazarus the
Boom!
First one?
We're getting the thumbs up from over there. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. I was like, I've never even thought of that.
So he was a leper, and then Jesus was he actually? Yeah, he was dead. He was in a cave, right?
Yep.
I know. I should probably know this. I went to private
More
Christian
thumbs up
school.
from off
camera. So then there's Lazarus and Jesus, and then the second part is like a governmental experiment, and then the third part is the origin from Haiti, which I believe like Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, is how they inspired it. And
Serpent in the Rainbow.
Yeah.
My man Bill Pullman.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean it's crazy. That's the scariest thing to me is that somebody could just blow something in your face. Everybody thinks you're dead. Like even to the point of being able to like put a needle in your eye to be like, oh yeah, nope, definitely dead. That would wake you up. And that is just the most horrifying thing in the world. And like Serpent in the Rainbow kind of covered that really well. Wes Craven movie.
It covered it brilliantly. Yeah.
R.I.P. But that movie is terrifying.
It's
just
scary.
like being buried alive, and of course he's having like rampant hallucinations the entire time.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest fear is like the voodoo aspect of it, because anybody could do that to you.
Yeah.
Like it's the chemical warfare or like a disease or something like that is probably the next plausible and most scary for me. But man, the fact that anybody can just be like, go up and Ric Flair you with some like powder in your face, like
it's not good. Yeah.
It's terrifying. That's one of my irrational fears walking amongst other human beings. Is that could ever happen to me.
Yeah, it's terrifying, and it's crazy because it's like I watched a documentary on it where it's real. Like these people actually like have ceremonies in Haiti where they make people zombies, and to make someone a zombie is basically just void them of all their free will. Like it's just like they're just not there anymore.
Yeah.
They're not like rotting or decomposing, but they're just like psychologically not there.
Yeah, it's just like they're almost just kind of
lobotomized almost.
Yeah, just wandering around like barely able to like speak or move. So it's very that stiff kind of Night of the Living Dead, movement that we're used to nowadays. Yeah. That's terrifying. That's the scariest shit to me in the world.
How long have they been doing that? It's got to be like
a very long time.
A very long time.
Yeah, like when I was looking up like how far back it goes, it's like that's the first thing that's referenced is Haiti has like always had this and like kind of as part of their culture and stuff. And if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments below. I don't want to offend anybody, but like it's like just part of their culture. That's just something that is done, and it's just the most horrifying thing I can ever think of doing to somebody
It's also
else.
pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. Yeah, I mean,
cool.
especially if you get, if you want to see what we're talking about, you can watch The Serpent in the Rainbow, which is pretty damn scary. And yeah, I mean, and then the Greeks talked about reanimated corpses, like ghosts and things like that. But I mean, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is like another great, probably the most famous in kind of pop culture and things like that. I think everybody knows what Frankenstein looks like, especially from the old Universal movies. But man, yeah, Frankenstein is super popular. And then really, I guess like I've been trying to think of what kind of came out between Frankenstein and like Night of the Living Dead. And I can't really ever.
Yeah.
Like White Zombie came out, but I don't think there's anything really that popular that came out until Night of the Living Dead kind of changed the game.
So what are we considering like a zombie? Is it someone that just has reanimated tissue? Is it someone that's dead? Is it because they've been reanimating tissue biologically since like the 50s?
Yeah.
Like actually the government's actually like able to do it.
Which is also terrifying.
Yeah.
Robocopping people out there. Yeah, no, I don't know. I guess reanimated corpse, I guess if we're going to...
That's the qualifier?
It's like a broad stroke, but I feel like... Because, yes, I guess the zombies in like 28 Days Later, I guess you can call them zombies. I know it's a big debate, but they're zombies. It's just a viral, different... You know, I know it's a rage, you know, virus, but they're still zombies. It's passed almost similarly. And,
yeah.
But I just feel like that's not... When I think of a zombie, I think of like stiff, slow moving, even like the running zombies like World War Z. Or,
okay. So those are your favorites.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, Walking Dead style. Like, I do like that they can kind of speed walk in Walking Dead. Kind of makes it a little bit more scary. You know, you can't just outwalk somebody.
So the rabid, like Resident Evil style is unlikely.
I feel like it's unlikely because, like, how would we get stronger? And, like, you know, like, even, I feel like even if you're moving... you know, like rigor mortis would set in eventually, I think, is like part of the stiff movement and everything like that. But I don't know. I feel like, how would we get stronger? How would we be able to just go and never lose our breath? Or like, how would our hearts not explode, our brains not explode from doing all that? You know, which I still think it's cool. I still thought World War Z was a lot, very underrated. Fun. Yeah, because it was extremely tense.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like that wouldn't happen. I don't doubt that we wouldn't run the same speed, but like, you know, all of a sudden, like, somebody in a wheelchair can get up and just, like, run and jump off of a building onto a helicopter and then eat somebody. I don't believe that'll happen. It's very entertaining to watch and scary, but I just don't know.
What was, like, your first exposure to zombies?
Night of the Living Dead, the remake, the Tom Savini movie.
Yeah.
That was my first exposure with Tony Todd, and it was awesome. I loved it. I didn't even know at the time. I was just experiencing it, but... I didn't realize they were making that so that the original actors from the original film could kind of get royalties and payments because it was such an indie movie that I guess everybody got ripped off or something like that. And the first one, they weren't getting any royalties or anything like that. So Tom Savini and George Romero remade the movie and tried to do it almost shot for shot, but then they were able to pay royalties out to some of the other acters. So that's pretty cool.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
They're coming to get you. I love that. I wish that was in the intro. Maybe for season 2. I'm gonna have to update that. That's the one like movie I didn't throw anything in there really. Bummer. I mean, I've got Day of the Dead. I'll take that. I got some Romero in there. I'm showing some love. We got Romero. We got Bub up there, hanging out. He's got a lot more hair than he did in the movie. We're gonna have to give him a haircut, but we'll get there. But what was your first experience with zombies?
Mine was a little more like unconventional. My mom was reading was it The Hot Zone or The Red Zone? It was a novel based about
the Hot Zone.
Yeah, so it's like a novel based like on partially true facts, I think. Basically, like in Africa, there was a virus that was actually reanimating tissue for a little bit. And yeah, no, it was really scary. And I just remember my mom reading it and being like, oh, what's this about? And then learning like, oh my God, like this is real? Like this is really happening? Yeah.
I'm so glad I saw the remake of Night of the Living Dead on TV. Like it was just like playing on like TNT or something.
What did you think of that? I watched a little bit before this.
I loved it. You know, I love Tony Todd. I'll follow him anywhere. He's like just one of my favorite actors, especially in the horror genre. I mean, Candyman.
Yeah.
We're gonna definitely talk about that, I hope, at some point. I love Candyman. But I watched it on TV and it scared the shit out of me. But I'm so glad that my mom didn't, and I know my mom's watching this, and I'm sorry if this offends you at all. Thanks for watching, moms, all around the world. But my mom loved to terrify me as a kid, so if she knew I didn't like Freddy Krueger or something like that, she'd be like, she would just like corner me somewhere and just be like, you know, if you don't want to do your homework, Freddy's gonna end. And she would get all like lurch over me and do the scary voice and stare at me, and she wouldn't blink. And I remember just like it was the culmination of just pure terror for me as a kid. And I love her so much, but she scared the shit out of me, and I'm so glad she didn't know about zombies, because that would have probably put me in a weird spot growing up.
Yeah.
She knew about Freddy Krueger, and she knew I saw movies I shouldn't have seen, but that's okay. Those things aren't going to happen to me, I hope.
Okay, so we're getting clarification that it was the Hot Zone.
It is the Hot Zone.
The Hot Zone is that one.
That sounds like a great publication to read, and I want to read
It's big.
That. Yeah.
I remember,
really?
like, yeah, my mom was waiting. My mom was waiting for me, like, outside school, like, because I would take forever as usual. things haven't changed.
Yeah, you always want to hang out with your friends after school.
Still take a long time.
Yeah, so
Zombies.
So your mom introduced you to zombies. What was your first like movie experience?
Night of the Living Dead.
The OG or the
the OG one
nice.
for sure.
They just did a screening of that on the big screen, and I'm so bummed I missed it because I've never seen it on a big screen. I've only seen it like on a VHS. Like I actually haven't even watched it. I'm sure it's been up-resed or something like that, but I haven't even seen it since it's been up-resed or anything like that. So I still have like the kind of childhood memory of Night of the Living Dead, the original. I love that movie. I like all the Dead series. Like Dawn of the Dead's incredible.
It's all good.
You know, even the remake of Dawn of the Dead. Zack Snyder, man. I've got the Zack Snyder cut of Dawn of the Dead. Still waiting on that Batman v Superman one though, and Justice League, but we'll get there.
I think
Zack Snyder cut.
Yeah, I think the funnest thing about zombies is that there's always like there's this kind of side genre that covers like B-rated or funny like zombie movies. And
like
I don't
Fido.
Think, yeah, I love Fido by the way.
It's so good. Warm Bodies is also good.
Warm Bodies, that one's really good.
Zombieland.
So good.
Zombieland 2's coming. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead. Oh.
So good.
I love that movie. I remember that's actually a movie I watched with my mom. Speaking of moms.
It's a good one.
Yeah. I watched it and we laughed our asses off. It was fantastic. The scene with Queen is her favorite part.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's
Even
such a
like
fun movie.
iZombie, it's like has its funny moments.
Yeah,
it's such
absolutely.
a guilty pleasure show for me. I love that show. She has the best fashion ever.
I haven't gone crazy on that show. I almost worked on that show, but
really?
I haven't watched a lot of that show. It makes me hungry. Like when she's eating all the like macaroni, all I want to do is eat macaroni and cheese. Like and it's like brains. But all I want to do is eat macaroni and cheese when I watch that show. I mean, and then of course you bring us, we get brought into like The Walking Dead, which is like 8 years.
Oh wow!
8 years
really
now? 9 years?
8 years.
It's been a long time, and Andrew Lincoln just left the show, and like
My little Negan back from Halloween. Feel free to like put an excerpt of my picture as that.
Boom. 9 years.
Wow.
9 years on TV, and it's still going. I don't know if there is going to be an end in sight yet. They've got more spin-offs and more movies coming now.
Yeah, they have the Fear the
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, yeah, it's a fun show.
They're about to do some Walking Dead movies now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I guess that's where Andrew Lincoln left the TV part of it, but they're going to do like big, just kind of blocks so he can kind of spend more time with his family.
Oh,
you know,
I get that.
Spend a decade away from your kids and everything. That could do its toll on you. So, but yeah, I mean, I love the Dead series. I think it's great. I even love the running zombies, like we were talking about World War Z.
Yeah.
Like I love the Dawn of the Dead remake. It's not as good as the original, but it's a cool semi-original take on it. You know, the same premise, and I dig that. But yeah.
So you see like the zombie apocalypse happening from like a biological warfare thing.
I think it's going to be either another country hitting us and then just expecting us to basically eat each other.
I could see that as realistic.
Or I see it being some type of consumer product that was rushed through something. Like kind of like a Resident Evil idea where it's like almost like a skin rejuvenation like product that rejuvenates dead skin cells. You know, some mortician's using it on a dead body or something and starts the zombie apocalypse. I have no idea. Hopefully it's not like in all the food we're eating. Hopefully it's not like a Walking Dead situation where just one day everybody just has it. You know, and it's spoiler if you haven't gotten that far, but you know, that's like my fear. I think is that it would happen something like that, but I hope that it never does. I have many plans, just like the CDC. The CDC has a real plan. They actually have a zombie apocalypse preparation website.
They do? The CDC does?
Yeah, the CDC. So you can check it out. It's pretty cool. You could download the PDF, like, for what the contingency plan is.
I need to.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We should probably put that somewhere back here. It'd
I
be
feel
good
like
to
we
have.
should all be prepared for it, just in case. You never know. I have multiple plans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to totally just run into the deep cut set and grab one of the machetes or giant blades or chainsaws or something off that set, because I think that's a good starter pack for the apocalypse. Or there's also a gaming channel that we do on another channel that has a ton of swords and different axes and things like that, which is crazy. But,
so that would be your weapon of choice, a sword like Michonne.
Yeah, probably, but more like a medieval. Like I would probably hurt myself if I had a katana. That's really my honest opinion. I would totally do like a big broadsword, you know, like Lord of the Rings style or something like that. But yeah, I'd probably die because I'd be spending half the time swinging it and not hitting anything, and just get hit by a swarm or some zombies. But yeah, no, yeah, that's my fear, I think, is biological or some type of, you know, product that everybody has in their home that just turns. Like, oh, the onions have gone bad and everybody's become zombies. Like, that's how I think it would happen. What about you?
I panic every time a flu break gets really bad.
Yeah, because every zombie movie uses that footage as the opening credits, like, bird flu broke out in the UK, and like...
H1N1.
Yeah. Just close your doors and lock your windows. Do not talk to strangers. I don't know why it's always British. I just was thinking of Shaun of the Dead. That's a terrible British accent.
Official, though, if it's British.
I guess,
it sounds more like...
Chip, chip, sad.
Things are really happening.
So you think it'll happen...
I think probably biological warfare, if I had to guess.
Because you think about it, it's like, we would all freak the hell out. We've all been watching The Walking Dead for the last 9 years. Like, we know what's up. Like, there's no Alexandria built up yet. We don't know.
No.
We don't know what's going on. It could happen to anybody. It could happen anywhere. You gotta stay on your toes.
You have to stay on your toes. Well, my plan got outed by Fear of the Walking Dead.
Oh, really?
Like, I was planning on going through the LA River, like, that. I, like, legitimately planned for that, and then now everybody's probably gonna do that.
What happens if it rains during the zombie apocalypse when that happens?
Where would you want to go if you were a zombie?
Where the meat is. Downtown.
Smart.
Yeah.
So rain or shine, that's where...
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Disneyland would be crazy to be at during, like...
God.
Could you imagine being in the middle of a theme park and, like, the zombie apocalypse? Like, especially if it was, like, World War Z type zombies where everybody's, like, insanely fast and running. You can't get anywhere... Like, if there's, a fire at Disneyland, God help everybody, because there's no way everybody can move in or out of that place fast enough. So if there was a zombie apocalypse, that's ground zero.
I think that's honestly, like, a fair
Please
bet.
don't ban me from going to Disneyland.
Yeah, please don't ban
Just
us.
a scenario. Oh, God.
Well, the truth of the matter is, like, I used to work at Disney, and it is one of the highest security threats in the nation, not to scare you. So, it's definitely, like...
So let's open up Star Wars Land. That'll help that. That's going to just magnify that. We're going to go into the red zone. Danger zone. Oh, my God. Or the hot zone.
The hot zone.
Bringing it full circle. But, yeah, I think if you've never seen a zombie movie, and we've just spoiled most of them for you... I strongly suggest starting with George Romero's Night of the Living Dead, making your way through the Dead series. You could probably stop after Day. Land of the Dead, maybe. I don't know. It starts to get a little too on the nose after that one. But
you could literally watch zombie movies straight for 24 hours for months and still not have seen them all. There's so many, and there's so many that are really good and really fun, even if they're not super, you know, the plot isn't there. It's just fun.
You've got zombies for whatever you want. You want little kid zombies. Got it. You want, like, witch zombies? It's happening. There's old people zombies, middle-aged zombies, zombies of every color, zombie dogs, zombie birds. There's zombie fish. I've seen a shark fight a zombie. There's so much stuff. There's zombies that fall in love and then become human again. There's zombies that are Nazis. There's zombies in the snow. There's zombies on Mars. There's zombies on the moon. There's space zombies if you're playing Call of Duty. There's lots of stuff. So whatever you want, there's zombies for everything. And I'm sure we've barely combed the surface of zombies. Yeah. But we definitely are going to come back and talk about it again. Let us know what you think about the zombie conversation we just had in the comments below. And if we missed anything that's really important to you in the zombie culture, we'd love to talk about it. But for the Bloody Ghost Show, I'm Matt.
I'm Madeline.
See you next time. Hey, thank you so much for watching that episode. If you liked it, be sure to hit the subscribe button and leave us a comment.
And check out some of our other videos down below.
Stay screaming.